can't. Laser mouths. Jerks. Ha! I said that at the same time you did. Philip! Yeah, you know what? I don't even want to hear anything else from chat other than a bunch of FTPs. FTPs all day. I guess some FTV is okay as well. Arif's a nice guy, though. Nice herbs. Alright. I'm just sitting here looking at a screen. Let's get this thing going. Hey, welcome everybody to a rare Monday morning edition of our Madden simulations. Been a little bit since we've been live. I think almost a full week technically since we've been live. We took a little bit of time off from at least the streaming aspect of our jobs to spend some time with some loved ones over the holidays. I hope you guys did as well. I just got back in Saturday night, spent all Sunday laying mildly sick and watching very terrible football. And then this morning, I got that guy from the boarding place that I had him in. Now he's all tired. So I'm ready to spend the rest of the afternoon with that dude. Just snuggling up. Missed you, buddy. He's so tired. Anyways, hey, it's Monday Night Football time. Aren't we all excited? Ooh, Lions, 49ers, revenge. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling today. I can't get up for this game now. I don't care about it, and it sucks that I have to spend the next 9 hours debating whether the Lions should be playing their starters or not. And we'll get into it a little bit because I certainly understand both sides. But just kind of a bummer that a game that we all had, I think, circled back when the schedule came out is suddenly just a footnote of the season. As I put in the post on Pride of Detroit, hey, instead of watching that meaningless game, how about you watch this meaningless game? Just about the same amount on the line in this one, but we'll get by. We'll still cover the game as a usual game, even though it feels like a glorified preseason game at this point, but let's try to have some fun here too for the next 2-ish hours as we break down the matchup. We play some Madden, and by play some Madden, we just watch some Madden. And as always, I think I like to get this started by looking at some Madden ratings. It's been a little bit since we checked in, so desktop. Let's see where we're at. Wow. Frank Ragnar goes down a point for reasons, I'm sure. I thought Frank had a good game against the Bears. Is this... Oh, this is week... Wait, have these not been updated since week 18? Week 15? We're in week 18, y'all. Week 17. Why aren't these updated? Did they stop updating them after a while? That's disappointing. Well, then these are all going to be old. Yeah, these are... I guess they took a little holiday break themselves. Toyotathon is over early. Toyotathon. What about the Honda Days? Happy Honda Days? Are those still going on? How many points does MCDC score as revenge for last year? See, I don't know. I don't know of anything. Ash. At work. Long night for you ahead, buddy. And on Sunday night. For all the belly aching that I do about night games. Those of you overseas have it way worse than even I do, so apologies that the Packers couldn't take care of business for us, or that, I don't know, any other game could have had some intrigue to it, right? All right. What am I doing? Let's just pull up the game. I'm not sure what I'm doing. How much are excited that it's a Sunday night game next week? Like, maybe once the game gets closer, I'll start appreciating how it's going to be. Like, it's going to be a great environment, and Ford Field's going to be rocking, and all that sort of stuff. But I don't know. I'm a morning guy in general. I don't like the night games. I don't like being up until 3 a.m. working. I know I'm an old man complaining and no one cares, but I don't need it at this point, but I'm excited. I'm excited because it forced me to take Monday off. Oh, see, if you can parlay that into some time off at work. Yeah, I am a curmudgeon. I'm okay with that. What is this? My camera just too far that way? I guess it is. Yeah, you West Coasters have it nice. I lived that for 9 years when I was living in LA, and that is nice. Wait, I'm in the wrong mode. You want to be Madden.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
I'm already tired. Like, I'm exhausted. I don't know. Tonight's gonna be weird, right? Because I don't know how much interest anyone is gonna have in reading anything about this game. No, man, I love getting up at 10 a.m. and there's football on. Oh, God, the West Coast is great. All right. I checked this earlier, but I'll double check anyways. Let's update some rosters. Nothing to update. All right. This is going to be a lengthy process here in terms of editing lineups. Thankfully, not too much for the Lions. Pretty much all we need to do is take Montgomery out, or as far down as we can. Was he the third down back? Because he snuck in there last time. How do we get Dave Montgomery out? Power back? Oh, that's what I think we forgot to do last week. I think Gibbs would be more of a power back than Vaki, honestly. Okay. So that's good. Khalif has been declared out, but I'm guessing he's not even on the roster right now since he's still on IR. Jalen Reeves-Maben. What do we want to do there? Do we want to put Reeves-Maben in there? He's listed as questionable. He's still on IR technically, but they could take him off as late as 4 p.m. today. Play in. We can do that, right? Do I have to add him? Okay, he's here. Oof, that's rough. You UK folks. Most of you are saying in. So we're going to put him in. David Long's not on the team, correct? That's right? Did they bring him back? Oh my God, I am losing. I feel like I took some time off last week and I'm still not back. David Long is not back. Okay. He's the one that they waived that was claimed by Tennessee, but then failed a physical. Quan is back. So, if I'm not mistaken, David Long is actually still on waivers, he will clear today if he isn't claimed. And then maybe the Lions bring him back. Is Quan on this roster? He is. Okay, he's right there. Nowoski, that's fine. All right, so maybe we put Quan here as well. Bring it, Nick. Bring it. Nah, the whole plagiarism thing this morning is not that big of a deal. I don't really want to get into it, but it wasn't that big of a deal. All right, I think that's all we have to do for the Lions. Now, they're obviously they're probably going to make some adjustments to the roster this afternoon. I don't know what they are yet, but the only other people on the injury report were Terrion Arnold and Graham Glasgow. Both were full practices on Saturday and no injury designation. The 49ers, on the other hand, I'm with you. I do think we get Anzalone next week as well. All right, let's start with the offensive line because that might take us the longest. So Isaac Arendo sounds like he's on track to play after missing last week. Juszczyk, also good to go after dealing with an illness. Is Pearsall given? Why do I feel like Pearsall had something going on? He doesn't. I made that up. Okay. Trent Williams, out. On IR, if I'm not mistaken, in fact. So he's out. Jalen Moore, I believe, is also out. Did they put him on IR as well? I think they did. Transactions. Yeah. Both these guys are on IR. So that gets you an idea of where they're at already. On top of that, Spencer Buford, who has been playing a little bit of left tackle for them, is also out. He's mostly the right guard, though. So we're going to have to get a little creative here. Aaron Banks is also out. So they're like in a lot of trouble here. I believe they signed some guys from the practice squad. Yeah, Matt Hennessy. Matt Hennessy might be the guy that they play, and he's not on here. So I'm not really entirely sure what we should do here. I could go back there and edit, but then let's do it real quick. Is he going to be in left tackle or right tackle? Not in left tackle. Is he even going to be here? No, great. Well, hold on. I'm going to figure this out. Where's their roster? Because I believe one of their practice squaders could play too, and I'm trying to remember his name. Give them Matt Nelson. I mean, it could. Who? Maybe they signed him to their active roster already. Not Colton McKivitz. He's the right tackle, who also might not play. Charlie Heck. Charlie Heck is tall as... Boom. No, not to the Lions roster. How do I change that? Oh. All right. Congratulations, Charlie Heck. You are now the starter. All right, let me just make sure this is saved. Great. And then we just got to throw people back here. Who cares? Great. Their starting right guard is now their backup. So Aaron Banks, Burford, I believe, is also out. Spencer So both these guys are also already declared out. Jesus Christ. You're the starting... Oh. Feliciano is injured. I think he's on IR. We're running out of things to do here. Jalen Moore, already out. I think we're... I don't know what to do here. Oh, this guy. Yep, you're going to start. Then Colt McKivitz is also questionable. He apparently suffered a midweek injury. He was limited on Thursday, out on Friday and Saturday. Do you want to take him out too? Start Sebastian Gutierrez? Does it matter to you anymore? Just leave him in at this point? But, I mean, I think this does a good job of highlighting just how bad that offensive line is. How much they're hurting. Not that Lions fans want to hear anyone complain about injuries. All right. Defensively, it's actually relatively clean. I say that only with an emphasis on relatively. Tatum Bethune is questionable. I don't even see him here. I believe he's returning from IR, which is probably why he's not on here. But he's a reserve anyways, 65, so whatever. Chardavius, so this is relatively big. Travarius Ward is out due to personal reasons. From what I can gather, it sounds like his wife is about to have a kid. And if you don't know Travarius Ward's story, he lost a child earlier this year. So I think the 49ers are doing him right by giving him the day off. So that's something that works in the Lions' favor. It's their top corner. So we're just going to slide some other guys up in there. Also, one of their starting safeties, Jair Brown, questionable. He went limited, no practice, which is not a great... Is he not? Is he their nickel? Why did I... No. This guy's their nickel. Where's Jair Brown? Is he coming back from IR? What's happening? Guys, I'm out of it, if you can't tell. That's rough. That's a rough go. I just passed him? Oh, he's right there. I'm an idiot. Anyways, questionable. Gibson is the same rating, so I guess, I mean, here, we'll just do that anyways. All right, let me quickly check. So Debo's their third down back. Interesting. Who's their power back? Okay. All right, that's fine. We're leaving it at that. Greenlaw? Greenlaw is out. Crap. You right. I forgot about Greenlaw. What a tough couple years it's been for that guy. We're going to put Devondre Campbell in there, even though he quit on the team and is suspended, right? We shouldn't do that. Maybe Bethune plays. I think Bethune probably plays. All right. They suspended. I'm pretty sure they suspended him. All right. Let's get this thing going. We know that the Lions are wearing their icy whites again. Do we want to roll with that? So, take note real quick. 91 versus 91. Icy whites for the Lions. We can do icy whites again. I don't think those... Are those white or gray pants? I can't... No, those are white. Oh, I miss... All gold? Is there an all gold? I'll get to the alerts in a second here too, by the way. They got an all white too. I don't think they have like a gold top. I don't think that's a thing, right? I feel like their uniform combo just hasn't changed enough for anything too ugly there. Want my eyes to bleed. Is there like a all red? Do they have red pants? Like, I think maybe that's the worst we can get. Just black pants for no reason. Looks like they're wearing rubber pants. Ohio State Niners. I vote weird black pants. Just, they're going all red and white on top and at bottom and just black and red in the middle. That's what we're doing it. I'm doing it. All right. Let's get this thing going. 8:15 game. And I think it's time to put up some channel points, y'all. All right, considering the two teams are tied and considering that Madden hates the Detroit Lions, I think it's only fair that I set the line at 49ers minus 3.5. So I'm going to say Lions plus 3.5 or 49ers minus 3.5. If you pick Lions 3.5, you win if the Lions lose by 3 or less, or if they win. If you pick Niners minus 3.5, you win only if the 49ers win by 4 points or more. Hey, relax, horny chat. All right, you guys on Twitch have 2 minutes to put in your predictions. Gamble any and all your channel points if you want to. And in the meantime, let me thank some people for coming around, hanging around on this awkward Monday morning. Philip, thank you for following on YouTube. Madi2Hottie, 38 months subscribed to the channel. It says 38 months, as many points as the Lions are scoring tonight. Save some for next Sunday. Or this upcoming Sunday, I guess, at this point. D-Man, 49 months. 49. That's an ominous amount of months, D-Man. Viserion, thank you for the follow. Nick the Greek, 100 bits, says, I've been wrongly accused of plagiarizing Jeremy's Bumble profile. I plan to bring in action for defamation. I never name names, Nick. Good luck. Zern Baby Zern, 43 months, says, we're still winning the Super Bowl, folks. I ain't gonna argue. Kula, 26 months, says, go Lions. This is all I got after dealing with the stomach flu. Oh, no. Yeah, everyone's dealing with something right now, if you can't tell them. Fighting a cold right now, and it's sapped a lot of my energy, which has made me cranky online over the past 2 days, if you haven't noticed, and I think a lot of you have noticed. Asia, thank you for the 3 months subscribed to the channel. Mr. Broker 33 at tier 2. Thank you, Mr. Broker. Appreciate that. Alien Vivitor 46 months says Sunday night. Sunday night. Yeah. My apologies for the crankiness. I should say amped up crankiness. I'm a cranky man by nature. But that certainly has been ramped up lately. Dylan Huber, 35 months, says FTP now more than ever. Really quick, I want to check in on gambling because it's about to end. You got 7 seconds. MJ Kimball's got 250K on the Niners. Chattahoochee Slim's got 110K on the Lions. It's almost a 50-50 split. It'll end with 53% of the channel points on the 49ers, minus 3.5. 47 on the Lions, plus 3.5. I got to say, I do a fantastic job setting the line every week because it seems like we always have no more than a 55-45 split. All right, let me get the game going. Thank the last couple alerts here. You Age Maker. I always forget how to say yours. I'm sorry. 16 months says Lions run the table. I like the people. I've seen a couple of people suggest that they should lose tonight on purpose because they never lose back-to-back games. But by that same token, Who cares if they lose on Sunday? Because they don't lose back-to-back games. So that means they're going to win Wild Card Weekend against presumably the Bucks, right? I feel like that probably. I think we can E-Wagon Maker. My fault. I feel like the 5 seed, like that's probably what you're expecting to happen, right? Because if the Commanders win, that moves the Packers down. That keeps the Packers at the 7 seed. That doesn't even matter. That does matter. It keeps the Packers at the 7. No, it doesn't matter. Commanders would be the 6. If the Lions are the 5, then they're the 5. My question is, how can the Bucks jump the Rams? Is that possible? If the Rams lose and the Bucks win, do the Bucks move into the 3 seed? And then is it Lions Rams? Although if the Rams, no, the Rams are locked in now. They're locked into the division. So the Rams can't lose the division, but can they fall to the 4 seed? I haven't looked into any of this yet. You just missed it, Jory. I'm sorry. ESPN says the Bucks do jump the Rams, so God. And the Rams play the Seahawks with that. That's the only thing on the line. 3 seed versus 4 seed. Let's not let that happen. Please. Josh Jacobs got hurt? Who Jacobs got hurt? Pelissero tweeted something. Oh, was that just the clinching scenario stuff? Atlanta is not eliminated, I don't believe. I believe if Atlanta wins and the Bucks lose, Atlanta takes over the NFC South. Aaron Jones did get hurt. It didn't seem very serious, though. All right, 49ers 2nd and 10 here. Going to hand it off to Guerrero. That's a huge lane, and he might take it the distance. Not Kirby's there. But that's a 27-yard Guerrero. What did I say? I said Guerrero. So Atlanta controlled their own destiny before the game. So if they had won yesterday, all it would have taken is beating whoever they play in week 17. Now Guerrero's going to play. Saints at Bucks, though. Yeah, so the Bucks are probably going to win. Who do the Falcons have? The Falcons? I guess I can do process of elimination. They have the other NFC South team. Carolina. So as long as the Bucks don't blow that Saints game. Oh! Who's that? Is that Jack? Jack Campbell with a big tackle. So most likely, and who do the Rams have? We just talked about Rams, Seahawks. So if the Rams win and the Bucks win, the Rams are the 3 seed, the Bucks are the 4 seed, and the Bucks will play. They will host whoever loses Sunday night. Purdy, quick slant there. Finds a receiver. Not sure who that is, but he's very excited about completing that pass. But theoretically, the Lions could play the Rams if the Rams lose to the Seahawks. It'll be interesting to see, how do the Rams play that game? Do they care that much between being the 3 seed and the 4 seed? Or do they want to use it as kind of like a bye week? Guerrero keeps finding those lanes everywhere. Do we want to talk about what the Lions should do tonight in terms of roster management? Or are we already sick of the conversation? because I understand either way. So sick of that conversation. No roster talk. Okay. Oh, Jack Campbell with the pick! Look at Jack having a game already. A TFL and a pick on the first drive of the game. All right, we won't talk about it. I think it's a worthwhile conversation to have, and I'll be honest, I probably would bench some guys. I know we just said we're not going to talk about it, but the one argument that I feel like is strongest for me is you're able to turn a current negative, which is you have to play now on a short week against, in a huge game against the Vikings. Now you can turn that into an advantage, knowing that game is going to be huge, and give those guys rest instead of having them to come off a shortened week. But I'm not a pitchfork guy and thinking what Campbell's doing is an idiot and reckless and all that all that stuff is an overreaction. Look at that big hole. Oh, break that. Break that. Do you have any hope for the defense stopping the Vikings next week? Some hope. I mean, you hope Anzalone back helps. My biggest concern is the pass rush. I'd like to see some life out of it tonight. Certainly against a banged-up 49ers offensive line. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure where it's going to come from, but I think Iffy being back offers an extra element to the defense, and he's kicking the rust off. Amik is relearning to be on the outside, and so that's the one thing that I do like about playing some of your defensive starters this week is that you're knocking the rust off those guys. You're building the chemistry with the guys that are going to have to be out there together for the rest of the way. So, even if I was taking this mentality that the Lions need to rest their starters this week against the 49ers, I don't think I would apply much of that to the defense at all. Little jump ball there. Is that Amon-Ra coming down with it? It sure is. You don't see Amon-Ra making a lot of catches like that. But if he adds that to his arsenal, that man is unstoppable. Dylan. Joshua 100-bit says, I think it's worthwhile to talk about, too, if we didn't already know that Campbell is playing everyone. That's fair. Can anyone tell me why Josh Jacobs sat almost the entire second half? Did he actually sit? Or are we talking about Aaron Jones now? Or was it both? A little blitz coming. Lions throw it up the middle, and there's a flag on the play. Is there roughing? Pass interference. Interesting. Yeah, we're not gonna go live tonight for the pod. We'll do one tomorrow. I think we had agreed if the Lions clinch the number 1 seed this week, we would have gone live. But anything short of that, we weren't going to do that to ourselves. Lions just marching down the field. Oh, Amon-Ra breaks a tackle, and then he starts walking for some reason. Picks it up and gets inside the 17-yard line. Red zone trip for the Lions here. I think tonight will be the Lions' second lowest score of the season. Why do you think that, Eddie? The 49ers defense is good, but they haven't been playing great lately. And obviously, you're missing a linebacker, a safety. Or, I'm sorry, a corner. J-Mo. Field awareness, J-Mo. We'll see. So I don't know how we're going to approach next week. Because I'm going to be at Ford Field. I can't really go live from Ford Field. Oh, Gibbs, you had a little inside lane there, buddy. I think there's a good chance, particularly if it's a win, that Chris and maybe Ryan go live after Sunday Night Football. If they lose, I don't think any one of us are going to be in the mood to do it. But yeah, Monday is probably the safer bet. We'll be able to talk a little bit about who the Lions are playing and all that. Goff backing up, throw. Ooh, he had an open. Why was Lenore out of bounds? That was weird. Well, Lions are going to have to settle for a field goal here. 49ers get a 4th down stop. Ooh, that's a great question, Mr. Broker. What will we be doing on the bye week? I don't know. I don't do that enough. I love that button. We should press that more often. And Cleef, which was the main one? Because he actually missed the games. What? I'm missing that conversation. TV transmission spent a little of time showing Packers D coordinator in the booth a lot. Do Lions have someone up there? Also, what does that add take away from the Lions game time decision? Was the Wheel of Pain up there? No. Okay. I don't know what you're talking about. We all go to Sweetwater? I kind of like that. Oh. Week 18 last year. Wheel of Pain on the bye week. Listen, if we count everything that happened after the marathon stream, I probably owe you guys like 10 spins. Yeah, you're right, Rogue Blues. I'm very much rooting hard for a healthy game more than anything tonight. Just because I don't want to have to deal with that discourse for another week. Lions defense playing pretty well in the sim so far. A lot of run stops. Obviously, you had the Jack Campbell interception on the first drive of the game. Yeah, I don't. The dating profile is not updated yet. That might be something we tackle this week because Pride Detroit has a little holiday get together this week. So Laura and I will be together at the party. It's good. I know it's going to be awkward ever since Eric called me honey, so hopefully we can get over that relatively quickly. Oh, man. Soft zone there. Then Quan got juked. Yep, Lions are going to play their starters tonight unless Dan has had a change of heart since last Monday. Maybe. Probably. I think I have to share it, right, Karen? Otherwise, what fun is it for you guys? The call-ups from the practice squad have not been announced yet. That'll happen around 4 p.m. today. That's also potentially when we might get a Jalen Reeves-Maben officially off IR announcement if they plan to play him today. Aw, Tone. I mean, you could probably find me right now if you really wanted to. I'm out there and I'm active. Second and 2 here. Brock Purdy coming out of the shotgun. Sends Garendo in motion. Another one right. These short crossers over the middle are just tearing up the Lions defense right now. That's Jawan Jennings with the catch. All the way down to Lions 32. Nah, Tinder's the one that I technically have but don't really use because it's more of a hookup app. And listen, I'm almost 40 here. And I'm a gentleman, that's right. Not a grinder either. Farmers only. I was on J-Date for a very short amount of time. And not worth it. All 49ers are healthy. They sure are not. It's true, Ash. We have gone on a date together. That is, you're one of the few people in the Twitch chat that can say that. We had some Sweetwater wings together and a drink or two. and then you walked me to my car. And I took you in the car too, right? Did I drive you back to where you were staying? I think I did. We had much more of an intimate date than I remember. Okay, all right, chat. I'm sick, okay? I don't know what I'm saying. And it wasn't just Ash either, folks. Oh, get him! Get him! Someone put a body... Oh, my God, he's going to run for a first down. He's going to run for a touch. Where is the entire defense? He did not just stanky leg on us. Brett, no, I have not pulled the starters yet. Listen, Brock Purdy has this in him. But, like, literally every Lions defender is on the opposite hash, at least. Don't show the stanky leg again. Yeah, we do. You know what? HonoluluBlueOnly.com. Where's the Detroit Lions dating app? Hey, let me ask you guys something. Why aren't the 49ers resting their starters? Aren't they risking a severe injury that could hurt them in 2025? If George Kittle, suffers a torn Achilles, why? Why would they play him? And I'm not sure I want to tell you now. Take your best guess. Someone in chat probably knows how old I am. I think I've said it a few times. It's okay. All right. Sometimes I think I give out way too much information about myself. Goff. A little swing pass to Jameer. Can't make the first guy miss, though. I feel like Jameer makes that guy miss way more often in real life than he does in Madden. Yeah, you say that's why we like you, but I open myself up to bad things happening to me. I don't like that. Again. Gibbs had a hole there, but couldn't make the first guy miss. Setting up a third and long. A little bit of doxing is good for you. Builds character. Here's the things that concern me. I had one person stalking me by sending me disparaging messages on every possible social media platform, including PayPal, where this person donated like a cent to me just to say something mean to me, which was interesting. I've had a stranger call me at 3 a.m. and leave a detailed message about how they wanted to tell SB Nation how good of a job we're doing and pay me more. And I don't know, like, I know there are a lot of people that don't like me on the internet, and given all the information I give out there, you never know what kind of crazy thing someone might do. Sounds like a Mrs. Reviews podcast, right? That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of weirdos out there, and while I trust most of you guys, like, you guys are mostly the cool kind of weird, not the psycho kind of weird. This is the internet. You never know. You just never know, and that's why even saying I'm going on vacation is something that I don't think I'm going to do too much in the future, because that tells people I'm not going to be at my house, right? Which is not necessarily some information that you want to give people. It's just, like, players are going through that right now too, right? Like, all these players' houses are getting robbed while they're out playing games. I'm not saying I'm on their level of success or stalkers or anything like that, but I'm a mildly public figure. Joshua Hunterbit says, "Stop telling people about my PayPal message. I told you it was a joke." No, I did a little digging on that person, because I don't think they realized that when you send a PayPal donation, I can see your address, not your email address, your address sometimes. And I did, and that guy has been up to no good for a while. I'll just put it that way. Meanwhile, Sam Laporte is up to good into the end zone for the big score, and what an answer there for the Lions offense. Look at this. Oh, he got wide open. Just absolutely torches Fred Warner. Turns it upfield. Hufanga. That ain't a good tackle attempt. Mm-hmm.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after.
Boom. Lions take a 10-7 lead with 4:37 left in the half. How many of y'all still in your fantasy football leagues? Ooh, I like that. That's a good, like, one thing I think I know kind of prediction there, Soulful Break. Sam Laporta will have double the yards that Kittle gets tonight. I hope you're right, but Kittle is one of those guys that scares me tonight. The first two answers to my question, I just lost a championship. I don't want to talk about it. No inactives yet. Inactives, they drop those 90 minutes before kickoff every game, so those aren't coming for a while. A little before 7 o'clock Eastern tonight. What's the official time tonight? It's an 8:20 game, I think. It's 8:15. I think it's 8:15, which would mean it's 6:45. Drop for inactives. Starter Rashad White. Ooh. Kind of Goff and Laporta tonight. Ooh, that's a tough position there, Pablo. Speaking of Sam Laporta, he just got blown up by Kirby Joseph. Moved on from fantasy football, now only do fantasy hockey. Okay. I moved on from fantasy football like 20 years ago. What did I say? What did I say this time? I said Laporta. Whoops. Kittle, whatever. Oh, man. Kirby just blew up the receiver anyways, even though that ball was overthrown. Guys, you know I do this, all right? At some point, I'm going to call Stafford Purdy. See, I just did it. I said Stafford. I said Stafford instead of Goff. I need a nap. Oh, picked off again! Who is it? Is that Josh Pascal? Is he going to take it the entire way? He's not. But Josh Pascal dropping it deep into coverage there. And Purdy threw it right to him. Whoa, look at this. Oh, my God. If DJ Reader picks up Josh Pascal in a celebration at any point, I'm going to go crazy. Look at Josh Pascal. Dropping into coverage, that back pedal. Dang, Goff is dealing right now.
Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay,
I'm sure he's dropped into coverage. Let's see what PFF says about Josh Pascal's coverage grade. Goff, first and goal from the 10. Throws to the end zone, and he's picked off! Gives it right back. D. Winters. Goff tried to needle a ball there right up the seam. And D. Winters says, nah. I believe that belonged to Mr. Brock Purdy. So Amon-Ra kind of gave up on that ball too. Let's see. Defense. Josh Pascal has dropped into coverage 12 times this year and has a 64.0 coverage grade. He has allowed one catch for 3 yards all season on one target. Oh, what do we got? We got a raid? What's up? Thanks for the raid. The Degenerate Weekly. Appreciate you. What you guys doing over there, the Degenerate Weekly? We don't get a lot of raids around here, but appreciate you. Welcome. If you want to know what you're watching, we are a Detroit Lions-based Twitch, YouTube website, Pride of Detroit. We mostly cover the team professionally, in written form, podcast form, but this is our Twitch and YouTube page where we do live streams before Lions games. We do a little Madden sim where I'm not playing, we're just watching the two teams battle it out. But mostly we do Lions podcasting here. You're recapping the NFL and talking about Monday Night Football. Oh. Were you talking about how boring it's going to be tonight because no one is playing for anything? You're probably looking at it from maybe a fantasy point of view, I'm guessing. I don't know. Like, what's the national narratives about this upcoming game? Is there even an interest in it? Oof. That Lions secondary looking awfully soft. Dan will have the team playing. Listen, the Lions are always fun to watch. I think that makes them worthwhile watching each week, even when nothing's on the line. Because guess what? Nothing was on the line in week 18 in 2022 when they played the Packers. All they were playing for was pride and knocking the Packers out of the playoffs, and They played one heck of a football game there. Yeah, it's all about Sunday. That's what I imagine. Thank you for the follow, Bookachu.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver inside.
Yeah, they're fun to watch.
A lot of yards
That's fair.
after the catch. But in this
All the trick plays. People, I love how angry some fans get that the Lions use up trick plays in games that don't matter, or like when they're already up 3 scores. Like, yeah, you gotta save those for the playoffs. Are they gonna watch because it's a good team playing on Monday? You know, that's a really good point. And plus, like, we're talking about week 17, week 18. You're not gonna get an opportunity to watch a lot more football games. So why not do it? You know what? You guys have a much more positive attitude than I do right now. I'm a stick in the mud right now. I'm like, you guys think I'm a wet blanket all the time. I would say I'm a wet blanket maybe 60 to 40% of the time, but I got the wet blanket. I got it ratcheted up to 11 right now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a wet stick in the mud. Get a hand in there. 49ers driving here. Lions at this point trying to hold them to 3, go into halftime tied. Oscar the Grouch. Yeah, maybe. Thank you for the follow, Just a Tall Ginger. I enjoy your name. RGA, thanks for gifting a sub to Sick Money. I think we're all a little bit wet blanketing after last night, right? Like, that game was just so disappointing. The Packers showed no life until 10 minutes left in the game. Man, that was way too easy. He did not get in. I'm challenging that. Knee down. What was that celebration? Fellow Detroiter, hey! Shout out 313. Got to go into the game going, wonder what craziness could happen this week. I didn't think anything would make me smile more than skipper touchdown, and then we had the Stumble-Rooski. It's true. It's true. Are we going to review this? Review. You can't challenge. It's under. Not even going to take an extra look at it. All right, fine. There is at least a little bit of relief where, like, this is going to be a stress-free night tonight. The only stress is really injuries. But, like, I'm not going to be disappointed. I'm not going to be frustrated if the Lions don't win tonight, right? The stakes are so low that I can just kind of chill and watch the game a little bit. That's the positive spin for me. Just go out there, have fun. Just go out there for the fun of the game, guys. Just have fun. Just go out there and have a blast. And for the love of God, don't get injured.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Lions now taking over.
Jeremy, is there a positive to a loss because we know coaches and players will come in hot after that? Twan, I'd like to think maybe, but I think the Lions are going to have every bit of motivation that they need for Sunday night. I would hope so. I would hope they don't need anything to get up for, hey, this is for the NFC North. This is for the 1 seed. Can the players wear 5-pound bubble wrap, please, and try? See that? That's everyone gets a Guardian cap tonight. Everyone has to wear a Guardian cap, first of all. Second of all, flak jackets. Flak jackets. Just give them out as the players walk into the stadium. Oh my God, J-Mo just got blown up. Michelin Man suit. Jordan Love was not very good yesterday. That is certainly true. I don't think he's ass. I think he's played a couple of good games against the Lions. He's really good on Thanksgiving last year. But he certainly isn't this like top-tier quarterback that some people really want to make him out to be. I think his technique is a little sloppy. His footwork's a little sloppy. I think he makes some questionable decisions. Like, just the crazy deep shots he takes sometimes when it's like a 3rd and 5 and he's like, I've got good protection, so let me throw this into double coverage. It's 50 yards downfield.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as
Calling it now 3 DPIs on the lines next week for 60 yards. Don't get me started on that.
over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd.
JT Sam is a long-time Vikings fan. How are you feeling about the matchup with the Lions? I think it's going to be a shootout. I haven't been wildly impressed with the Vikings defense lately. They were good yesterday. I'm not going to take that away from them. But I think the Lions I think the Lions have that defense's number. Like, they are the one team that seems to just absolutely frustrate the hell out of Brian Flores, and it's been that way in like 4 straight games. So I think the Lions are going to be able to put up points, but I do wonder if the Lions are going to be able to stop Minnesota. Lions defense has been not great the last 3 weeks. It was better last week, but it wasn't good. So I'm hoping that the Lions defense continues to show improvement tonight, and maybe I'll feel a little bit better about it. If I'm making decisions, are you sitting anyone tonight or wait to see how the game goes? I know a lot is at stake. Making sure everyone is healthy is a huge priority. Yeah, we were talking about that a little bit, Ginger. I would probably rest. There is no shot. Oh, he dropped it. I probably would rest a guy or two. I probably would. Like, I know that they aren't going to, and I'm okay with that, and I've come to terms with that. But if I was the one calling the shots, I think it would make sense to protect some of your best players. You obviously can't bench everybody, and you still want to win this football game, but I would probably bench Goff. I would probably bench Gibbs. I would probably bench Amon-Ra. I would probably bench Decker, Sewell. Maybe not both. But it's not going to happen. I understand why it's not. And if Dan Campbell were just to go up there and say, hey, we know it's not likely, but if we tie Minnesota next week, we need this game to win the NFC North. That's good enough for me. Because it would be a huge embarrassment if you tie that final game. Wow, how long is this? 53? 52? Miss it. No way. How did any of that happen? There are a lot of things to consider, though, right? Like, the team spent all week preparing for the starters to play because this could have been a game that decided the number 1 seed. They traveled to San Francisco with all of the players that they wanted in this lineup, still with potentially the 1 seed being on the line tonight. You got players with incentives that probably want to play to try to earn their incentives. You've got players that have a lot of pride that want to play. There's a lot more to consider than this game is meaningless and you have to be healthy next week. Like, I get all those things are important. They are. I'm not trying to dismiss them, but there's just so many other factors in there. Keeping this mentality that has gotten the Lions as far as it has of we're putting everything on the line every week because that's who we are, and there's no off switch, right? Like, if you are going to promote yourself as this team that does not have an off switch, well, you kind of have an off switch, huh? This week. How would you assess how the Vikings have done without Darisaw? I mean, pretty darn good. I can't say I know exactly how the left tackle in particular has been playing, but it seems like their offensive line is... I mean, yesterday their offensive line was great. Do I regret saying go Pack go? No evidence of me ever saying that. Okay. Speaking of the Lions offense, has not had a lot of rhythm this game. Did you think the Packers would come back there? Not really. Even when they had, a chance to get one more stop, I was just like, when that drive started with a play action that the Packers had no seemingly idea that was coming. Ooh, nice little wheel to Sam Laporta. Another big play from the Lions tight end. He's got to have close to 100 yards already. Yeah, no, I don't. The Lions aren't going to rest players. I think more of the question is whether I would, but Packers defense was getting a lot of hype, and statistically they had been really good for the past month, but I think the Vikings kind of exposed a lot about what Green Bay is defensively, which is not very good, quite frankly. Lions go in I formation here, gonna fake to Gibbs. Goff, plenty of time. Plenty of time. Still time. Now he's going to find a wide open Jameson Williams down inside the 20. Down to the 12. And the Lions close to tying this ball game up.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now
they were down Jair, but they're always down Jair. I don't know what else they were down, but yeah. They had some injuries, but nothing that was crazy. They were out Christian Watson, too. It's a good question, Leo. That was a very, very sloppy game. I think that game plays out a lot differently. They had 2 illegal formations on a 3rd and 1 and a 3rd and 5. And I think they had converted both, and then they didn't after the penalties, And then, they make the mistake, the offsides that wasn't a good call on the field goal that gives them 3 points. Oh, boy, the double leg out. Oh, throw it away! Yes! Yes! Goff somehow avoids the Fred Warner sack and is able to throw it away. But, yeah, it was a really sloppy game from the Packers. They were out Quay. I don't think the Packers fans like Quay Walker all that much. Gotta get rid of it, Goff. Yes, sir! J-Mo! In for the score, and the Lions are an extra point away from tying this ball game up. That's a money play right there. Ooh, I like that. He just waits that extra second for J-Mo to clear the linebacker there. I think the Packers pass rush is worse than ours right now. They're both really bad. I don't know what happened to Rashawn Gary. That dude was an absolute terror last year, and he's been bad this year. Bad. Yeah, the Packers are in. The Packers are in, but they can be anywhere between... They could be either the 6th or the 7th seed. I don't think they can be the 5 anymore. Actually, I know they can't be the 5 anymore. So they're either going to have to travel to Philly or they're going to have to play probably the Rams. Assuming the Rams hold on. All right, we got ourselves a tie ball game left. 5:44 left in the third. 49ers will start at their own 27. Grendo. 3 catches. Man, Zazu is very tired. He drank like a full bowl of water the minute we walked in the door. He ran to his water dish. And I know that I used to run a dog daycare center, a dog boarding center, and we used to get calls about that. Did you feed him any water? He drank 3 bowls when I got home. Like, and now I'm like, all that's starting to come back to me is this is the first time I've boarded him. And I'm just like, Mom, did you guys not give him water? What happened? And he is kind of picky about water bowls, so obviously he didn't not drink anything for a week because he also ran out and peed, but I feel really bad. He also has a hot spot that he didn't have when I dropped him off, and I'm just like, I'm sorry I left you. I'm a bad dad. Anyways, it was about a week. It was also frustrating because I came home on Saturday night and they were closed on Sunday, so I couldn't pick him up. I should have had someone pick him up Saturday afternoon.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
This is where I'm oversharing again, though. Y'all don't need to know this. Oh, fumble! No way! Bounces right to the 49ers player. What's the scenario of the Lions playing the Rams in the playoffs again? So obviously the Lions would have to lose and get the 5 seed. The Buccaneers would have to win. And the Rams would have to lose. So Rams lose to the 49ers. Bucks beat whatever NFC South team they're playing, Saints, I think. So basically you need the NFC South team to jump the NFC West winner. Why do people still think the Vikings are a bad team? They're obviously really good. I think it's just margin of victory. You know, most of their games have been one-score games. But I'm with you. I think it's that. I think there are a lot of people who still don't believe in Sam Darnold, and I understand why. We all know that Eric is one of them. But that offense has been very good all year. You look at Sam Darnold's stats, and they're not that different from Goff's. They really aren't. Come on, Brett. Come on, Brett. They don't tell the whole story. I'm with you. But he has a lot more interceptions than Goff. Not a lot. He has 2 more.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
He does take a lot of... Dude, yesterday I was just waiting for one Packers guy. Because, it seems like every Packers pass rusher was running by him. And because he holds onto the ball so long, I was just waiting. The one time one of those guys eventually catches up and knocks the ball out of his hand from behind, and it came so close to happening 3 times, and it never ended up happening. But he's been accurate. The offensive line is good enough that he can hold on to the ball for a long time. And I don't know, Kevin O'Connell has done a pretty good job maximizing his strengths. I don't know, man. The way they talk about him, I think they're going to re-sign him. I don't know if it's a long-term deal. I don't know if it's, the bag, if they give him the bag, but I don't know. It'd be hard for someone to lead you to a 15-win season. This is if they win. I'm not trying to assume they win. If they win, a 15-win season, an NFC North title, a number 1 seed, and you're like, yeah, no thanks. Like, that's not even an Alex Smith to Patrick Mahomes move. That's like, I don't know. Oh, that drive was just way too easy. That was surgical. It's possible. Jay-Z says I think they offer him a tier 2-3 offer, and then he leaves for a better deal. I don't love the Vikings. I did not watch the Pop-Tart Bowl, but I did watch all of the Pop-Tart highlights. Not of the game. Of the eulogy they did for the old Pop-Tart, and have him literally standing on the edge of the stadium, and then sacrifice the new Pop-Tart. And also having the mascot attack the new Pop-Tart. I saw all of the Pop-Tart highlights I needed to see. I couldn't even tell you who played in the Pop-Tart Bowl. Darnold gets franchise, replaces Purdy in San Francisco. They already had him in San Francisco, Brett. You think Shanahan wants him back? When does Michigan play? When's Michigan, Alabama? Is that soon? Is that New Year's Day?
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away.
Do you think you can be a successful coordinator in the NFL without having professional college or NFL playing experience? Do you think I could? No. Tomorrow at noon, New Year's Eve. Do I think it's possible for anyone to be a successful NFL coordinator without having professional college playing experience? Yeah, no doubt. Definitely. I think if you devote yourself to coaching football, you don't need to have played it. By the way, can I also say that I'm so glad Teddy Bridgewater already came out and said, like, yeah, no, I am not coaching NFL. That shit's crazy. And I feel like last year when we started getting those questions, when Teddy Bridgewater retired and people were like, oh, are the Lions going to keep him around, be the assistant quarterbacks coach, be the quarterbacks coach? I'm pretty sure I said something like that. Like, Teddy Bridgewater does not seem like the type that wants to devote the hours he is that it would require to be an NFL head coach, which are crazy, by the way, like absolutely insane. I like sleep, exactly. Yeah. And it's why even there was some pretty big reporter out there that suggested that the Lions were bringing him back to play, but to get his foot in the door for the offensive court to replace Ben Johnson. And I'm like, first of all, I don't think he wants that job. Second of all, can you imagine how disrespectful it would be to everyone currently on the offensive coaching staff to be like, yeah, you guys have been doing a great job. We're just going to bring Teddy Bridgewater in, and with no experience other than coaching high school football, we are going to make him our offensive coordinator. I'm like, that's wild. There's no shot that they would do that. Like, how could you, like, Tanner Engstrand would be asked to be fired immediately. What are there, I mean, like, we're talking, some of these guys sleep in the building. The part of coaching that Teddy Bridgewater likes is not the strategy of the game or even the love of football. It's the mentorship of young children. It's the helping out your community. Helping young kids find their way in life beyond just football. I agree, Ryan T. Who was it? It was Lance Zerloin who said it. He says, I can't help but wonder if Teddy Bridgewater's return to Lions after coaching his high school's team, blah, 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 has anything to do with the Lions sniffing around on whether or not he might be a future replacement for OC for the inevitable departure of Ben Johnson. I'm just like, no freaking way. Oof. That play did not work. JT Barrett's still around. I heard Steelers fans calling for Ben Roethlisberger to replace Matt Canada. Yeah, no. That would be nice. McVay. Goff going deep. Jump ball. How did he not catch that? J-Mo. Jamie, you got to at least draw the flag there. It was an underthrown ball. Ben ain't leaving until Big Red leaves Kansas City. I don't think I called him Jamie, did I? J-Mo. Punting? From the 49ers side of the... What is that punt? Why can't Madden figure out the short punts? The 19-yard line? Ben Johnson, he was on North Carolina's team. I don't know if he actually played. He was quarterback, right? But I don't know if he played. It's a good point, Lusty.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Yeah, what the Lions have one, is it one? They have one off or defensive pass interference? Nice play there by Brian Branch coming up in the box, making the tackle after a 1-yard gain. I don't know if Belichick ever played. If we're in danger of losing anybody to Bill Belichick in University of North Carolina, it's special teams coordinator Dave Phipp to go be with his best friend. And to be clear, I'm not serious. Dave Phipp has a tremendous amount of respect for Bill Belichick and wants to meet him someday. But I don't think he would leave his cushy NFL job to take a job with him. Maybe he would. But also, I have no reason to believe that Bill Belichick is interested in Dave Phipp. It was mostly Justin's work, JT Sam. I think Justin had the idea. And it was, is it James Honeycutt who did the caricature drawing of it? His last name's definitely Honeycutt. He's all over social media. He does it. He's a big Lions, big Detroit sports fan, and he's always doing those caricatures. I think it's James Honeycutt. I actually tried when we did the Mount Rushmore of Lions media figures. I reached out to him to see if he would do a caricature of them, but I never got in contact with him. All right, big play here. 49ers up 7, 5:50 left, 3rd and 2. 49ers are going to split this one out wide. Shotgun snap. Oh, why is everyone playing 15 yards off? Just too easy for George Kittle. 49ers get the first down to the 47-yard line. Time running low here for Detroit. Is Dion leave Colorado? You think someone in the NFL is willing to take a shot on him? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Juwan Jennings now, all the way down to the 31-yard line, and that is in field goal range. Field goal could essentially end this one. You think, well, Dallas probably isn't going to make a change. Like, Deion going back to Dallas would be pretty fun, right? Goes to the Giants with his boy. Well, are the Giants going to get a shot at him now? Who's supposed to go first overall? Is it Shadur? Oh, my God. Well, you might as well let him score now. Man, that was an aggressive drive from the 49ers. You thought maybe they were going to try to run that ball and bleed the clock, but hit him with a couple play-action passes there, and Debo's in for the score. First two don't need a quarterback. Who are the first two? It's the Patriots and who? Isn't it the Giants? Are you saying the Giants? Or did the Giants fall to like 3 or 4? Shadur is the favorite. You ain't getting anything refunded. You know what's a great feeling? When you start typing in Tankathon and it doesn't show up as one of your recently viewed sites. That's a great feeling. I haven't had to view Tankathon in November in 4 years. Oh, did they do that? They do that every single game that we've played. Is they show Hutchinson getting yelled at after a touchdown, but he's not even in the game. So it's Patriots, Titans, Browns, Giants. Wow, that was a costly win. So do the Titans need one? Is Will Levis still a thing? Cleveland needs one, right? Potential head coaching openings: Bears, Cowboys, Giants, Saints, Browns, Jaguars, Raiders. Top 3 spots for Ben Johnson. Jaguars, to me, I'm starting to believe as a good fit. Sorry, I need to scroll back up and look at those. Oh my God, Goff got sacked. Bears, Cowboys, Giants, Saints, Browns, Jags, Raiders. Jaguars. Bears. I'm sorry. And Giants, maybe? I don't know. None of those seem like great situations to me. Like there's something up with all of them in one way or another. Like I wouldn't want to go to Dallas. I'm sorry. Storied franchise and all, but I don't want to have to deal with Jerry Jones. Bengals aren't going to fire anybody. Zach Taylor ain't going anywhere. Goff got to air this one out deep. He's got an open. Oh, he's got a couple open receivers. He dropped it. J-Mo. I'm not sure J-Mo could have gotten both feet in, but he's got to at least catch the ball there. What if we traded Dan Campbell and hired Ben Johnson? No. No. Throw a deep shot to Gibbs. That is going to do it, folks. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Dustin. Get your choice of GM. Get a whole bunch of money from a rich owner that cares, but it doesn't seem like Shad is that hands-on. If AG goes, how many comp picks do we get? I think you get back-to-back threes, comp threes, third rounders. I'd have to check the rules again. A third in each year? That sounds right. What I find very interesting, too, is that the Bears are really interested in Ray Agnew. And I'm not saying that Ray Agnew doesn't deserve it. But, just to be obsessed with Ray Agnew is interesting because he has relatively little experience. And he's come up on the pro personnel side. Which, I mean, generally, if you're looking for a general manager, I think it makes more sense to want someone who's been on the college scouting side. And listen, now that he's an assistant GM, he's getting more involved in that stuff too. And player scouting is just player scouting, but I don't know if Ray Agnew's ready. It's hard to parse through that stuff because you don't know their specific accomplishments and decisions and things like that. Well, this game has not gone as I would have hoped. But you know what? It's all about what happens next week. No one got hurt so far in the Madden sim. They're still throwing the football. It's like the 49ers are the team that's got something to prove right now. They're out for revenge. Agnew and AG to Jacksonville makes a lot of sense. Maybe. Hoping for Salah or Vrabel as DC. Someone pointed it out the other day, and I'd completely forgot. Salah's in Green Bay right now. I think Vrabel's probably getting a head coach job too. But Salah's a senior assistant, right? Senior defensive assistant or something for the Packers. Oh, he's an offensive consultant? Is that right? I know why I thought. On October 23rd, Packers coach Matt LaFleur confirmed to reporters that he had enlisted Salah in a consultant role to help him with the offensive game plan, but that role would be, quote, fluid. Matt Patricia arc. I need a glass of water like crazy right now. I need this game to end, and I feel like I'm losing a lot of fluids. Don't be weird, Chad. Don't be weird by that. I know what you're thinking. Did they do the Hutch thing again? They keep doing it after if they give up a score. I would like some lozenges. Maybe an IV. Just a bunch of emergency. You know, that vitamin C stuff. Shepard and Williams will be DC if the sidelines tell me anything this season. Both are always by AG. I mean, listen, Calvin Shepard straight up told him that AG was kind of grooming him to be a coordinator. I think that's all I needed to hear. Stats on Fire gave me the confidence to make several bets tonight. Yeah, if you're not a First Bite subscriber or Pride of Detroit Direct subscriber, ! PODD in the chat. We had Rob Guerrero, excuse me, on our First Bite episode. You may know him as @StatsOnFire on Twitter. And he was very down on the 49ers and very high on the Lions' chances of winning this week. I asked that question to this. Hold on. What was the question? Where is it, Goof? Jeremy, would you like some lozenges? Cool. There we go. Daddy, would you like some sausage? Oh, gosh. Everything's falling apart again. Everything falls apart in Santa Clara. It's happening again. Sure was Junk Trunk. I don't know why I've seen that movie. Isn't there like a gruesome scene in that movie where he breaks his leg skateboarding and like they show everything? What a weird movie. What a weird career Tom Green had. I was a huge fan of his TV show. I still think one of the greatest, I don't know what you call it, like reality skits, comedy skits, was, and I reference this a lot, he created a business called Undercutter's Pizza, where he would find a delivery pizza guy, follow them to where they're delivering the pizza, and then walk up right behind him with a cheese pizza and a tackle box of toppings and offer a cheaper pizza than the one they are getting delivered with the same toppings. He would just throw whatever toppings were on the pizza that they actually ordered. And I still think that's genius. I think that's very funny. Mostly harmless, but it certainly pissed off the pizza delivery people, and understandably so. Tom Green is an all-time guest on the Norm Macdonald Live. I might have to go check that out. Anyways, if you want to kick out of that, just Google Undercutter's Pizza. Tom Green. Very, very funny. Well, Lions are adding some garbage time yardage here. Maybe a garbage time point or two. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Generally speaking, I hate pranks that involve like fast food or any sort of customer service employees. Like any drive-through shit you're doing I'm always with the drive-through employee that ends up throwing the food at someone who's messing with them in the car. They're I shouldn't say they're well within their right to do that, but like, I'm morally on their side. Don't be one of those people. Yay, Sam Laporta. It's funny watching teams celebrate when they're down by 14 points with 30 seconds left. Have you seen the world's fastest McDonald's drive-thru video? No, I have not. Should I? What are the chances the Lions hire from outside for their OC and DC? I would say relatively small, but not zero. I think they'll look. But I think, generally speaking, good organizations start to develop those succession plans, and the Lions have had a couple of years to do it, right? They've had a couple times to think about it. A couple of years to think about it. These are still iPhones launch day. Oh, God, that and Black Friday. We'd have a store potluck since no one really had time to take lunch. That's rough. Jay-Z, I know. What show was that? Or Dana Carvey... I mean, that was a sketch. That wasn't... I don't think they were actually doing that, but he'd pay for a bunch of drive-through and then leave before getting the food as a prank. What SCTV was that? Oh, the onside kick. Tanner speaks every once in a while, yeah. He's not much of a talker. Skits involving unknown retail. Oh, that was just the Dana Carvey show. Skits involving unknown retail workers should be skits that make the comedians look like weirdos, get laughed at, not annoying laughter. Yeah, exactly. That's possible. Looks with what are the odds AG brings Calvin Shepard with him to be his DC? I feel like people talk more about Ben bringing Tanner with him. It's a good question. The question would be, one, whether AG would let him call plays or not, and if the answer is no, is that what Calvin Shepard would want? Would that be the best thing in Calvin Shepard's interest, to follow someone's career and not have that opportunity of advancement if you're not going to be calling plays? White lights over in Santa Clara. Anybody watching that's going to be at the game tonight? Turtle. What's this YouTube video? Elephant trees. This is the Dana Carvey sketch? Because I know of it. I just didn't remember where it was from. Or is this the fastest McDonald's? My computer is going very slow. Oh, it's Tanner. It's a video of Tanner. We don't need to watch that. Why does it have to come down to week 18? Because God hates the Lions, Marvin. That's why. Because in the Lions' best ever regular season in franchise history, you can win 14 games and lose 2 and still not have the division clinched. It's part of the script. Yeah, I'll give you channel points. Relax. Just want to look at some stats. Interesting. Running game did not really get going today. Debo had a big game. Sam had a big game. Amon-Ra had 9 catches in this game. I feel like I was not paying much attention to the actual game itself today. Jack had himself a game. If the Lions get the 5 seed, who would you rather see, Bucks or Rams? I mean, I'd rather see the Falcons. Yeah, RJ and I are on the same page. Probably not going to happen. Because the chat was scintillating. God, I don't love any of those options, honestly. I really don't want to play the Rams again. I think even though the Rams look a little bit more shaky recently than the Bucks do, I think I'd still pick the Bucks. All right, let's get out of here. Okay, real quick reminders, lineups, all that sort of stuff. So we won't be live tonight as a full crew. If Chris wants to, he might jump on. You will get a post-game recap from myself and Eric. If you're a Pride of Detroit Direct subscriber, that'll be in your mailbox tomorrow afternoon, maybe early morning, or maybe late morning. The main POD cast will be tomorrow night, Tuesday night, and then maybe midweek. I know we owe you a midweek mailbag or two, because we took a week off, but pretty much starting to prepare for Minnesota, though. So that's where the focus will be. That's that. So he is very tired from his week hanging out with a whole bunch of other pups at the dog daycare, kennel, whatever you want to call it, boarding place. Right, Zazu? See, that's how tired he is. I can say his name and he won't get up where he normally would. All right. So, yeah, guys, have a great day watching Lions football that doesn't matter. And let's just, come on. Can we get 2 weeks in a row where there are no injuries? Is that asking too much? And in fact, 3 would even be better. Last week, this week, Sunday night. Huh? That's not asking too much. I'm sorry, I keep getting all that mucus in my nose right into the mic. But anyways, we're going to get out of here. Oh, channel points. All right. 49ers minus 3.5 winners. There you go. Channel points have been given out. And that'll do it. So we will see you guys tomorrow night to break down everything that happens tonight, to break down everything we think about Lions, Vikings, and all sorts of stuff like that. But until then, guys, have a great rest of your Monday.